Lesson 82. Joseph, rising from the ashes. God spoke to Ezekiel, telling him, "Son of man, can these dry bones live?" And he replied, "Only you know, God." And God told him, "Prophesy to the dry bones." And God gave it flesh and gave it breath of life. God can see your situation way beyond your imagination, and He can provide you with the things that you never thought of. No more do you have to struggle in this life. All you need is the assurance of God's living salvation, that He can do it for you. Joseph had a gift of interpreting dreams. He could see things that no one else could. But his gift was not the one that made him righteous. His decision to follow God wholeheartedly was his strong foundation. Like Joseph, we all have the gifts and talents that God purposed to us, that He wants us to use for His glory. There is always something that you are good at and which will bring good to all people, but never mix up your talent and your righteousness, because even the great preachers of the world still are not justified righteous if they still won't follow what they preach. With Joseph, all he needed to do was to say no to sin and yes to God. It is not complicated at all to that when you understand your position with God. When you have invested yourself learning the secrets of God's word and live in them every day, you build a character, and you can persevere through tough times when they arrive. When God fills you with His word, you become complete. You understand in your mind there is nothing else you need in your life than God Himself. Not only will you understand your circumstance better, but He will provide you with ways to overcome whatever comes in your way. Your loyalty to God will come with the price. You might have to lose everything you love and stop doing the things that satisfy your soul, but what you will gain will be far greater than anything else you ever thought or imagined. No one will ever think a Hebrew slave in the land of Egypt will come from being a prisoner to become a prince in the whole land of Egypt. That is the beauty of God's plan. No matter how worthless you become, you are more than capable to rise and become worthwhile. Not only Joseph said no to sin and yes to God, he was a committed servant and a faithful one. He was loved by his masters on how disciplined and wise he was in whatever he was doing, and that is one of the important traits of the person who belongs to God. As long as you stand by Him, trust in whatever you do, because He says He will bless the works of your hand. When God gave Joseph the task over Israel, He told him that to be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be faint-hearted, because the Lord your God will be with you. God will never leave you nor forsake you, and He will never give up on you, because He knows what you need. The minute you forget about God, He will forget about you. He needs you to allow Him to take control over what you are doing and to always stand by Him in all your ways. Believe in your mission and move forward boldly without hesitation and with consistency and persistence, and in the end, you will bear so many fruits. You have a choice, just as Joseph had one, and he had every reason to sin with Potiphar's wife. Will you choose the easy way and satisfy the desires of the flesh? Or will you choose to follow God? Remember, all the choices you make do have rewards. The rewards of following the world are eye-catching and they are temporary, but the rewards from following God, they stay forever, and once God has initiated it for you, nothing can stop it. No one can stop the plans of God for your life, destined for your greatness. There will be people trying to tell you that you won't make it, or some say you are not good enough. But if you keep your trust in God and follow Him wholeheartedly, He will open up the doors for you that you never knew before.